Whew. Good morning, folks. It's Jason Walter. Actually, no. Good afternoon. It's 12:30 p.m. It's Sunday, March the 7th, 2021. It's been a fairly eventful week. This is another episode of DIMESTORE Psychology. I am your host, Jason Walter. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. My type of presentations are so dry and raw. They don't have a lot of fanfare to them, so I don't imagine aesthetically it's gonna be a type of program or show. It's gonna attract a whole lot of fan base. However, given some time, hopefully it'll get off the ground in the future. So again, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. When I get to 1,000 subscribers or likes, I'm gonna be able to bump things up. Excuse me, I'm absolutely exhausted. Let's talk about two things. Number one, pursuing a line of work, making a career out of work that uses your inborn talents and helps you pursue your passions. Now, guys, there's two things in life. There's love and there's work. A lot of people assert. However, if you love your work, it's all one and the same. Life's one big party. However, you can end up working yourself too much, like I do, and not being able to keep my eyes open. So don't do that. So be careful, regulate yourself, restrict yourself to 60 to 70 hours a week, no more than. Or if you're a manic sociopath like I am, with double dose of bipolar disorder, OCD, and ADHD, then you're switching on position, you can work all you want. But be careful though, folks, don't overwork yourself. You won't burn out so much that you'll be a walking zombie, driving your car one day and crashing into somebody because you fell asleep at the wheel. Because you work 16 hours a day. I work 7 days a week, 15 hours a day, 16. I've cut back from 16 and a half hours to 15 hours, so that's a little bit of an improvement. Well, the point is, if you love your work that much, you're going to be working all the time. It's going to give you the type of manic energy that you didn't think you had. So be careful. Get somebody's help with advice or corrective input to help you steer clear of the path of working yourself to death and collapsing in a chair from a cardiac event, or just losing your mind because you refuse to get any sleep for 3 days at a time because you're so excited about work. But don't do that either. Now, I'm serious, but I've heard of stories. One individual, he owned an automotive warranty business, and all he would do is set up dealers and vehicles and people and groups of people with cars with warranties, automotive repair warranties. And evidently he was so committed, he told me he stayed up for 3 days without any sleep to negotiate some terms with a new client. I'm thinking to myself, I don't think I'll ever be at that level. Well, it kind of seems like I'm edging that way to begin with. So if you're really passionate about what you do, you kind of get drawn into that trap, so be careful. The second thing I want to talk about is hobbies and interests. Hey guys, right now with COVID, because of the COVID-19 nonsense, the fact that Hollywood and theaters are going to shut down right now, you're going to have to find another major source of recreation. Go out with your friends, do some stress-free outdoor dining, or if you want, go to like a Hollywood cemetery and watch one of their movies around New Year's Day or Christmas, or let me turn it down and watch Austin Powers. There we go. That's a little better. I don't know what to say. This whole outdoor dining experience is actually a little bit of an improvement just being inside. Being honest with you, I never liked going inside a restaurant on a hot sunny day. Just being completely sealed indoors, eating with friends. This whole eating outside and warm, good, pleasant weather, the slight breeze. It seems to be just healthier, airier, and just a lot happier. I call it European cafe dining, and it's going over like gangbusters. Everybody loves it. So those Europeans must be doing something right. Haha. Other thing though is that Hollywood and the movies are shut down. It's interesting. Like actors like Russell Brand or Jack Black, they're actually concerned with world issues. Russell Brand has his own blog on YouTube. He interviews very intelligent people about very, very curious, intelligent, broad, sweeping issues, and I approve. Russell Brand, in my opinion, before I saw his blog, the man was a question mark. I don't know if he was a drug abuser, or an alcoholic, or he just gave up on life, or whatever. I haven't seen him for a long time. And I haven't seen any actors for a long time because the movie theaters are closed. When are they going to open? In spite of this imaginary dragon known as COVID-19. Well, Russell Brand is very insightful, but a lot of these other actors they're not as bright. So anyway, I'm finding careers for these other guys to think about getting in, but I don't have much of a voice. But Russell Brand does. He's a responsible individual. Jack Black is interested in feeding the poor in Africa. That's always a noble cause. But Jack, you have to be realistic. You can't. One man is not going to change or overhaul an entire country or continent. So, and my guess is the United States and all the children, all the parentless children who are on the street in the United States are the ones that need to be taken care of first. Other houses, other neighborhoods, they kind of have their own problems right now. So, honestly speaking, the United States needs to keep to itself and solve its own problems. And Jack, you can find plenty of homeless, impoverished, or starving people just in Orange County, California alone. So let's take care of our family first, so our family gets in a better shape to take care of other people around the world, and our neighbors included. So, but Jack, your efforts are noble, and I'm giving you a B for I'm giving you a B minus for your effort. Other people, if you're in your acting business, it just seems like you don't see hide no hair. They get little snippets. Yeah, what's up? Huh? Huh? No problem. I'll stay inside. All right. That's my roommate Omar. He's mopping the floor, so we're keeping the house clean. But here's the thing, though, folks. With Hollywood shut down, your job options aren't limited. These people have, these actors and actresses, they have resources. Find something else to do. Ryan Reynolds, I admire him. He invested in a booze company, Aviation Gin or Aviator Gin. I thought it was kind of funny at first that he did that before, not after, before the COVID-19 hysteria broke out. Now, I think that's very, very smart. I think it's very intelligent. I don't know if he knew about this impending doom imposed upon all of Hollywood at the behest of the CDC, our brilliant Governor Newsom, and such and so forth. Hollywood, I thought they were the conglomerate. I thought they were a type of mechanism that simply could not be shut down. I was wrong. Evidently, people are mindless, they're sheep, they're cowards, and they're weak. If you let other people pilot your mind, guys, they tell you what to do, and you oblige, they call it an ordinance, CDC guidelines, a local ordinance. It doesn't sound like laws to me. It doesn't sound like anything that's really enforceable. Furthermore, Hollywood, is under the impression that these invisible enemies are here somewhere, and somebody's going to die. Honestly, I think the COVID-19 virus was introducing a new type of virus strain, chimeric and cryogenic, into the regular pool of flu viruses. And for whatever reason, its most severest period when it strikes is the regular flu season. So it enhances the flu virus, but it doesn't. It's not what causes flus entirely by itself to begin with. But I'm not a doctor. I don't believe in that. What I don't believe in either, though, is people walking me on a leash like I'm a dog, and then patting me on the head, and then saying, "You're a really good, smart dog. Go ahead and hold your own leash, and you can walk yourself." But what do I mean by saying that? Is you're allowing other people to talk you into doing things that you wouldn't normally do, and they're not aberrant, but abnormal behavior. I don't see disease anywhere, but somebody's talking you into thinking there is, and now you agree with them, so you choose to be gullible, you choose to be foolish, and you choose to throw in with these people. This Dr. Fauci, in my opinion, I think he's a puppet. His entire image looks ruined, but I don't care. And the other thing is, I'm not going to ingest a COVID-19 virus symptom, because I don't think I'm sick. I haven't been sick in the last 20 months. I don't see a disease anywhere. I don't see death and destruction anywhere. What I do see is all the movie theaters cut down, and Hollywood not turning out any movies. What I do imagine and see is the fact that Hollywood is losing billions on billions of dollars because somebody somewhere was insisting on helping out these companies and factories that pump out masks and gloves. Pharmaceuticals are making a vaccine. They're making tremendous amounts of money on that. I don't believe in that either. Pharmaceuticals are evil. I mean, they whatever they can make out of a medication, and if it's brand new on the market, it has to be $1,500 per prescription. That's just outrageous. That is price gouging. The guy who gouged the public, the CEO of that one pharmaceutical company, to the tune of about, $1,400 for one prescription that helps individuals out with the AIDS virus, or I should say human immunodeficiency virus. That's bullcrap. But people, here's the thing. Like I said, dogs are smart. We're not dogs. We're animals. We're not only aware of we're not only aware of the fact that we're alive, conscious, sentient, aware of our life. Human beings are entirely different. They're sentient. They think for themselves. They have the type of insights that give them the edge over every other mammal on this planet, makes us a dominant species. Because, in all honesty, if you're always the smartest person in the room, you control the conversation. You control the discussion. You control other people. You don't want to. I don't like to be domineering. But, if you're the smartest person in the room, you lead everybody out by the nose because you're the one with all the ideas, your organizational strengths, the skills and everything. You get to a certain level of mentality, you want to take over and help, not hurt. And you can see how other people make mistakes, and you're right. You do come across initially as making yourself sound like you're more important or intelligent than the people. And I don't know what to tell you. It probably means you are. And if they get upset at that because they knew you before and you were done up before, I understand that too. They're just going to have to get used to the new you. I'm kind of saying this to myself and the viewing audience, but that's okay too. George Clooney and his business partner in Casamigos, he did a fantastic job. Those two walked away with an exit strategy of $1 billion, and they got it. $1 billion with B dollars. Each one of them has $500 million from the Casamigos venture. And I'm thinking to myself, how in the world can be that successful for minimum investment and make that much money off a new type of tequila? Well, evidently there's a market for lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of booze. So we'll talk about alcoholism and abuse of alcohol tomorrow. But right now we're at the 12-minute mark, and I'm thinking we need to wrap it up. However, it just seems to me, okay, we were talking about hobbies, interest, and recreation. And then we got into Hollywood and talked about George Clooney and his fabulous tequila. Wow, boy, what a branch. I think that one's going to fall off the tree. Here we go, folks. Interest and recreation. When you want to recreate, you may want to engage in a type of hobby. My hobby, my love, my work, my passion, I even sleep with these silly things. But no sexual intercourse, of course. Just, I don't cuddle up with them. I have a large bed. Sometimes I take a rocket to bed with me because I'm so excited about how it looks. I'm not kidding. It's kind of embarrassing to admit, but I'll admit it anyway. But then, we talk it over and we decide we're not really good for each other, and I say, okay, I'll just go ahead and launch you in the sky instead. I was kidding about that too. Rockets don't talk. But they do have feelings. Basically what it is, it's like a little boy taking his toys to bed. He's so happy about his brand new toys. I am that way. I know that for a fact. So find something you enjoy to do on your spare time. Play drums, weave a basket, weave a chair, sew a wedding dress. Do something that is like a hobby, interest, or craft that you really enjoy doing, but you wouldn't want to necessarily do it for a living or make money at it. So I don't believe in monetizing your hobbies. I never thought that was a good idea. So anyway, go fishing, go hiking, go hunting, listen to music, go to concerts, go to car shows. I do concerts and car shows. But do something you enjoy. One example I want to talk about is Keanu Reeves. The latest high school cafeteria buzz information on the lowest common denominator of people purporting to be psychologists and psychological knowledge. Well, Keanu Reeves is a really nice guy, I'm sure, but there are other aspects to that man's personality that no one seems to acknowledge or know about. He's intuitive. He's thoughtful. He's very, very close and loving with his mother, which is good. But he's a man's man. But Keanu is invested in a motorcycle business, and I got to tell you, this is kind of a carryover between Keanu Reeves George Clooney, what is it? Ryan Reynolds. They seem to be investing in other things that'll carry them through these tough times for actors. Well, that leads into another principle. I'm going to tell you, and it's 15 minutes, so I swear I'm going to cut it off at this. Nobody plans to fail; they fail to plan. So we'll talk about setting plans, setting goals, setting priorities, setting a schedule. We'll do that tomorrow. I'll use myself as an example. I'm sorry, I have such a hard time keeping myself awake when I'm sitting still. I probably need to go back, get myself a power nap, but I must press on. Okay, you guys, have fun. My name is Jason Walter. I've been your host of another episode of DIMESTORE Psychology. Please hit the subscribe, hit the like button, and I'm going to try and take all the stops out of this program, because for whatever reason, maybe my experience and my financial state, they're kind of limiting me, or maybe I'm just new to the game. Anyway, Jason Wampler, I'm the host. This is DIMESTORE Psychology. We'll see you tomorrow morning between 10 and 11 a.m. I promise. Tomorrow's Monday, the something or other, the 8th of this wonderful month of March. Okay? You guys take care. See you tomorrow morning, and bye-bye.